from the News Center, this is 7 on your side at Daybreak.
Emmanuel AME Church Reverend Clemente Pinckney is going to be laid to rest today in Charleston. President Obama will deliver the eulogy for the state senator who was shot and killed, along with 8 others inside Emmanuel AME Church.
And good morning. The president is also expected to meet with the victims' families. We have much more coverage of the funeral this morning coming up on Daybreak. But first, obviously, our heat wave continues with an end in sight.
Yeah, what's going on today, Malachi?
All right, another hot day today. No end in sight today, but the weekend, big changes head our way. We're starting with temperatures in the upper 70s, in the upstate 60s right now in western North Carolina. And this afternoon, we'll see high temperatures in the mid-90s across our Spartanburg zone. We're also expecting those warm temperatures to stay with us in our mountain zone. The Asheville area, upper 80s to near 90 degrees, where we'll see a slight chance of a thunderstorm. We'll talk more about changes in our weekend forecast when I come back in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Malachi. Well, many people are saying their goodbyes today to Reverend Pinckney. You can see people stopping by at the Emmanuel AME Church yesterday. They've been doing this all week to pay their respects. The state senator's body is now at the church after lying in state in Columbia. The funeral is going to be held today at TD Arena later on this morning. It's going to be about a half a mile away from the site of that church where the shooting happened. And it's been 9 days since that place of worship became a crime scene. Since that night, there's been a constant stream of people coming by to pay their respects. 7 on your side's Diane Lee is there this morning. She joins us live now. Diane, good morning.
Good morning, Fred and Brianna. You know, it's still the early morning hours, but when I got here yesterday, there was a huge crowd outside of Emmanuel AME. People bringing flowers to the base, strangers talking to each other. And we've been reporting how the shooter had wanted to start a race riot. But what this church has seen in the last 9 days has been anything but that.
Emmanuel AME, a white church with a mainly black congregation, is now covered at its base with every color in nature. Its visitors, young and old, quiet and full of song, joyful and somber. The fear isn't gone.
It's scary to think that people are still so full of hate that this could happen here, you know, in our home.
But something more powerful is bringing strangers like Tara Rock and Rose Hughes together.
And I had a struggle getting here because for driving and the traffic. But I made up my mind last night, I'm going.
Hughes knew Pastor Clemente Pinckney.
He'll always be in my heart.
Rock did not know any of the 9 people who were killed. In 5 weeks, she and her black husband will give birth to a mixed-race baby. And after seeing the crowd, hearing the music, and feeling the compassion, she has renewed hope that humanity conquers hatred.
I feel so blessed to be bringing my baby into a world here, to this city, to bringing my baby into this city full of love.
You know, it's hard to keep a dry eye when you talk to people like Tara Rock. She and Rose Hughes were born and raised in this city, and they do not want it to be defined by the hateful acts of one man. Live in Charleston, I'm Diane Lee, 7 on your side.
Thank you, Diane, for your reporting this morning. Today, Reverend Pinckney is going to be laid to rest. 7 on your side is going to have complete coverage of these events for you. It's going to start this morning at 10:45. The processional actually starts at 11:45. President Obama will give the eulogy this afternoon. We will have that all for a live feed on you on our WSPA 7 on your side news app, which you can download for free on your tablet or phone. Funerals for the other 9 victims in the Charleston shooting have already started.
And 2 of those who died will be honored today. There is a wake tonight for Cynthia Hurd at Emmanuel AME. Her funeral is tomorrow at the church. The St. Andrews Regional Library, where Cynthia worked, will be renamed in her honor. There will be 2 visitations today for Topane Middleton Doctor. She was an admissions counselor at Southern Wesleyan University. Her funeral is Sunday at Emmanuel AME Church. And this is video from the funeral for Reverend Sharonda Coleman Singleton yesterday. Coleman Singleton was a speech therapist as well as a high school track coach. Her son described her as a God-fearing woman who loved everybody with all her heart.
Friends and family also said goodbye to Ethel Lance yesterday. Lance was enjoying retirement when she was killed. Her daughter says that the family takes comfort in knowing that her mother is in peace and that she was doing what she loved best when she died, spending time at the church.
6:04, there is a fund for the families of the victims, and so far people have donated more than $650,000. If you'd like to help, the information is right here on your screen. We've also posted it on WSPA.com. You can also text Pray for Charleston to 843-606-5995.
It is Blue and White Friday. Thousands of people across the nation are going to be wearing those colors to show their support for the Charleston victims and families. At Extreme Tees in Simpsonville, shirts are being sold at cost, with donations going to Charleston to the victims' families.
6:05 is the time now. Malachi is back, and we've been talking for 2 weeks about the nasty weather. I was at the beach for a few days where...
That's nasty.
Oh, it was nasty. Yeah. 105 to
Well,
109 were the heat values.
Any day at the beach is a good day. It doesn't matter.
If you have a big wind. That helps. A big breeze helps.
A nice little sea breeze helps kind of wipe things out. They were looking at heat index values down there like 110.
Yeah.
So our weather's been hot, but it hasn't been quite that hot. All right, we are going to see some cooler weather over the next couple of days, but one more day today where those temperatures soar to the 90s upstate and western North Carolina. We're at 74 right now in Spartanburg. We have 75 in Lawrence under partly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see highs climbing to the mid 90s today. We're also looking at temperatures in the 70s this morning starting in Asheville with afternoon highs expected in the upper 80s. And you'll notice a chance of a pop-up thunderstorm late this afternoon. So again, download the WSPA weather app and it'll keep you updated hour by hour. Take the radar with you. A live look into downtown Greenville. No sunshine just yet, but you can just see that pre-dawn sky, 76 degrees right now. And our afternoon highs, as we mentioned, once again soaring to the mid and upper 90s. But by this weekend, a front in the Midwest will mean rain chances on Saturday and cooler weather for Sunday. We'll take a look at the details when I come back in our 7-day forecast. Right now, though, let's get the latest information on our live drive traffic with Emily.
So we just had an accident occur on Campground Road. This is right around Rice's Creek Road on that. So we want to make sure you're aware of this one. Again, Campground Road right by Rice's Creek Road above 93 here. Something to be mindful of as you head out on the roads this morning or head out for your commute for work. Let's switch now and take a live look at the roads. One of the DOT cameras, this is 85 northbound right by exit 21.
Thanks, Emily. Several agencies spent much of last night rescuing 3 hikers in Oconee County. We have new video and pictures next on Daybreak of their amazing rescue. You're watching WSPA 7 on your side Daybreak.
6:10, we have brand new video of hikers being rescued in Oconee County this morning. A group of hikers called 911 after one of them was injured. This happened in the Muster Ground area near Bad Creek and Lake Jocassee in northern Oconee County. Here's that new video along with pictures from our newsroom of that rescue. The Oconee County Emergency Services Fire Chief tells us the person who was injured was 3 miles into the woods. A helicopter then flew that person to an ambulance that was waiting close by. About 35 people helped in this rescue.
Right now from our live desk, we are following breaking news right now involving an apparent attack involving ISIS in France. Details are just coming in. We want to give you this live shot right now from that area. Obviously, it is French television, as you can see by the supers on the screen. We know that one person was decapitated. Several others were hurt in this attack. Now, it's a gas factory in central France. The attacker reportedly had an ISIS flag. One person is in custody, but we are not sure if it's the attacker. We are continually getting updates through this. We're going to update you again in our live desk and throughout the show. Also, just into our newsroom this morning, we're getting a look at overnight flooding in St. Louis. Check out this. You can see firefighters and rescue crews helping families out of their homes. People were evacuated across the city. Crews say they've made at least a dozen water rescues. More than 20,000 people are without power this morning. Water went over a levee overnight, flooding several of those homes. And also take a look at these pictures. They speak volumes this morning. This mother and her baby were rescued after their plane crashed in South America. We've got more on this incredible story for you coming up next on WSPA 7 on your side Daybreak.
And the Greenville Drive have a home game tonight. 7:05 first pitch. It's going to be a warm night tonight and a warm day this morning.
Yep, and the roads are looking okay right now.
Rescue crews captured these incredible moments of a mother and her baby who were just rescued. You can see her being hugged here by an emergency official. Their plane crashed in the Colombian jungle. The plane crashed several days ago, but we're just now getting these photos. Rescuers say it was a miracle that they both were found alive. Medics took them to a hospital, and authorities say that the child is going to be just fine. The mother isn't hurt badly either.
Yeah, we're not going to make it all the way down there. So the view.
93 Memorial Complex will open on September 10th. That's just in time for the 14th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks in the U.S. There will be exhibits in the complex sharing the stories of the heroes of that day. Workers say sometimes we forget the impact that would have been if not for the 40 men and women on board. Terrorists who took over Flight 93 were intending to fly the plane into the U.S. Capitol.
Upstate girls are dominating the Miss South Carolina pageant. Last night's Miss Simpsonville, Mary Grace Nasom of Greenville, won the talent preliminary. She sang Queen of the Night aria.
And Miss Inman Lustra Miller of Spartanburg won the swimsuit preliminary last night. Both the Miss South Carolina and Miss South Carolina team pageants will have their final competition tonight. Then the official pageant will be tomorrow night.
Sounds good. We'll see who wins. Okay, you can help out the Special Olympics today and get this. It's good for your tummy, too.
That's right.
You get a free donut at the same time.
That's right. It's through Cops on Donut Shops. It's happening this morning in a lot of places, including Greenville.
That's where we find 7 on your side's Erin Rogers. I believe she's on the roof right now. She's live at one of those locations on Pleasantburg Road where you're asked to stop by. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Brianna. Well, you're absolutely right. We're at the Krispy Kreme right here off of North Pleasantburg, and I'm actually on top where a lot of the officers are going to be taking camp for the rest of the morning and actually on through tomorrow. This is all part of their fundraiser for Special Olympics. It's the 8th year they're doing it. They say that they have a goal of $25,000, but of course they definitely want to surpass that. This is all going towards the athletes and helping them train and compete. Very good cause. They'll be selling t-shirts. If you buy one of the t-shirts, then you get a free box of glazed donuts. So come on down here. There's lots of troopers, police out here, and deputies all willing and wanting to meet you and just have a good time. They'll be out here for a long time. So if you have time, come on down. They'll be here off of North Pleasantburg and off of Woodruff Road in Greenville. There'll also be cops in Spartanburg and Anderson. So take a look at where you can go to get those free donuts and make a great donation to a worthy cause right here on this full screen. I said last year they did raise $25,000. This year they just want to be able to surpass that goal. I'm live in Greenville. Erin Rogers, 7 on your side.
All right, thanks, Erin. Last year they raised about $25,000. Of course, Malachi, we've been looking at the giant fans that are all around the location.
Yeah, you got to stand right up on that to stay cool out there. It's going to be tough for them today, huh, Malachi?
Yeah, they're going to have a hot day today, just like yesterday and the last couple of weeks or so. The hot now sign isn't just for the donuts. It's going to be hot outside, too. We're in the mid and upper 70s right now, in the upstate 60s across western North Carolina. And as we go through our day today, what you'll notice is that our temperatures bounce quickly back into the 80s by 7, 8 a.m. and then 90s by later this afternoon. We'll give you a live shot right now at the Biltmore Estate, kind of the long view of the estate. And usually we'll see some wildlife running across there, maybe a deer or a rabbit. 70 degrees right now in Asheville, part of our mountain zone with a northwesterly wind. So again, temperatures are on the warm side this morning. We have some clouds trying to move in, part of a storm system to our north, but the bigger storms are to our west, moving through St. Louis right now, and that line of storms will continue to move across the southeast. Now, this is the risk of severe weather. You'll notice some strong to severe storms across parts of Kentucky, maybe parts of Tennessee, but for us, we may see a pop-up thunderstorm or two later this afternoon in western North Carolina and in the upstate as this front gets a little bit closer to us. So as we go through the day, just a scattered thunderstorm, and again, like we've seen over the last couple of weeks, any of these thunderstorms that develop, lots of lightning, lots of rain, and again, gusty winds with these storms. But as the storms move through late tomorrow afternoon, we'll then start to transition into a cooler weather pattern. We'll see drier, cooler air move in late Saturday night into Sunday, and we'll see the second part of our weekend and the first part of next week with high temperatures back where they should be, if not a little bit cooler. We'll go from upper 90s today to highs in the 80s this weekend. Scattered thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon as well, so keep that in mind for your outdoor Saturday plans. Sunday looks great with sunshine and 80-degree temperatures. Western North Carolina will see 90-degree temperatures today with low 80s and upper 70s this weekend. That's the latest in our forecast. Let's get the latest information on our live drive traffic with Emily.
So I want to show you Anderson County right now. We just had an accident pop up at 85 and Clemson Boulevard. So that's some major roads right there. So be aware of that one. Again, that's 85 and Clemson Boulevard in Anderson. Not much of a slowdown, no lanes blocked, but definitely something to look out for if you're traveling from Anderson. Now let's switch and take a live look at the roads. This is 85 southbound, right by Clemson Boulevard and exit 19.
Thanks, Emily. Now this picture is really trending on Facebook this morning. Can you guess why? Well, in that big red circle that we've drawn for you, many people say they see Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk in the clouds during this lightning storm. This picture was taken June 23rd in Virginia. Jackson actually died yesterday. This is the anniversary of his death from 2009. The photographer says that this photo is definitely unaltered.
All right, we've got this picture posted on our Facebook page with the following question. What do you think about this photo? Do you see Michael Jackson in the clouds during this lightning storm? And so far, I think that we've seen it, but the red circle helps.
The red circle does help. Let's check in with Ellis and Bradley this morning and see what their listeners are saying on their Facebook page.
We say hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think 100 years from now, our descendants are going to look back on us and notice what we were doing on this day, looking at Michael Jackson in a thunderstorm.
Aw, come on, it's fun.
But, you know, it is fun. We had dozens of shares on our Facebook page the minute we put the picture up as well. People like Wendy say it's an amazing shot, a little creepy, but kind of amazing. And it is quite something to see.
Somebody said it's Elvis on our Facebook page, like doing the rock and roll move behind his microphone.
Yeah,
So
it reminds me of, do you remember those old pictures, like there was a bunch of squares, you had to find the ship, and you had to find the things.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's always kind of fun.
The red circle does help. The red circle helps a
It
lot.
does kind of bring us in there, yeah. So, yeah, a lot, obviously, it's something to see, and everyone's talking about it on our page as well this morning.
Yeah, it's fun.
The lightning bolts still get me first.
Fred's really excited about the lightning
I see
bolts.
those, I'm going like, whoa, and it's like, oh yeah, I see that too.
Okay. Right. Well, we'll contemplate about that cloud all weekend, and we'll see you guys back here on Monday morning.
Actually, we're on vacation, but we'll be back in about a week.
We'll see them
enjoy
soon.
that. Okay, well, on vacation, you probably go to the pool, and parents, it's really important for you to watch out for this when your children are playing in the water. Next, how kids can really be in danger of drowning hours after leaving the pool. Can be so scary for parents. Make sure you keep with us on WSPA 7 on your side Daybreak. There's a chlorine-resistant parasite that are making many pool goers sick in this 7 on your side medical watch. The CDC says the outbreak of illness is increasing. People got sick when they swam in treated waters such as swimming pools and hot tubs. It's because of a parasite that can survive for 10 or more days in water that's chlorinated to kill germs. Experts say swimmers bring it into the water when they're sick with diarrhea. Protect yourself by not swallowing pool water. Don't swim if you have or recently had diarrhea, and don't use the bathroom in the pool. Good reminder.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is a more serious story. Parents, kids don't have to be in the water to actually be in danger of drowning.
It's possible they can drown hours after leaving the pool. It's called dry drowning. Doctors say it happens when children playing in water accidentally inhale water and cough. Now, parents, many children experience this. Be sure to watch for signs such as irritability, lethargy, and trouble breathing. If you notice this, take your child to a doctor right away. There is a doctor in Tampa that says in the cases of drownings, only 1 to 2% of drownings are as a result of this. But it's, again, something to keep in mind.
Yeah, you got to keep your eyes and ears out for your kids afterwards.
Exactly. Malachi's back now. Talk about our heat wave. The pool has been a popular place to be for the last couple of weeks.
Very popular place. Anywhere that's indoors and air conditioned also. Big winners, the malls, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. This morning we are starting with temperatures in the 70s. This afternoon we'll see mid and upper 90s across our upstate zones. We'll see low 90s with a chance of thunderstorms in our mountain zone. Let's look at the forecast. Let's get the latest with our live drive traffic.
So the accident we had about a half hour ago at Wade Hampton Boulevard is still on the map now, so we'll take a look at this one. It's still there, and traffic is moving at only about 22 miles per hour. Again, that's 29 Wade Hampton Boulevard, right by 291 here, something to be mindful of. Let's switch and take a live look at a DOT camera This is 85 northbound right by exit 46 or the Pleasantburg Drive exit.
Thanks, Emily. Well, we now know the exact date and time that this iconic photo was taken nearly 70 years ago during World War II.
A group of astronomers figured it out. That's coming up in about 15 minutes on WSPA 7 on your side, Daybreak.